Hey guys, it's Marty and welcome to Two Line Slot Cars. I've been doing a lot of work to my layout. Totally tore the whole thing down, cleaned off the table, and started fresh with a new design. Sort of introduced that in my live stream, talked about it in a previous video. It's completed. But I have a couple of turns that in one lane are really tough. So first thing we should probably do is do a walkthrough of the new layout. So check this out. You have the start-finish line with the pit lane and a lane changer exiting out into turn 1, which is a right-hander made up of 230 turns into a 160 turn for 15s out, into a little short chute that goes to a left-hander that starts out as a 330 turn and then ends as a 415 turn, and then you have a long backstretch along the back wall. That's a great place for passing. There's 2 double lane changers in there for digital. Let's take a look at that back down the backstretch. Commando a 415 turn into my favorite turn, which is the 330, 230, 330 S's. Exit into 415 turns, get the check lane into the series of S turns going back across the table. Up the hill into a tight right-hand 230 turn, into a little short chute, into another 230 turn back into the front stretch. And that's the new layout. The new layout, I'm loving it. In one of the lanes, what I'll call the fast lane. But in the slower lane, and it's almost a second slower per lap based on best times in some of my cars. There's only one R1 turn, but man, that turn is tough. So here's some footage of some of my cars going through that turn. So I don't know what your thoughts are. I have an opportunity to make some changes. Dave from Slot R, if you're not following Dave already on YouTube, go check out his channel. Does great content, very good video editor, has great audio, which me being an audiophile, I appreciate. But go check Dave's videos out. But he saw my plan and said, "Hey, Marty, can you send me a link to your plan? I think that you're not going to like a couple of those turns, and let me see what I can do." So Dave sent back this, and I really like the changes that he made. The only problem with those changes, I will have to order a few more pieces of track. I don't have enough of the small gap filler pieces, the quarter straights and the third straights. And I really like what Dave has done. He kept that S turn in that I really, really like. He made a change which really works well with the back corner of my table, which would be the upper right-hand corner of the layout. I've cut that corner off at a 45-degree angle so that I can get around some plumbing that's going down the wall there in the basement. And so it really fixes that issue, and it makes the turn and the corner flow a little better. On my plan, if I go back to that, I've got this little short chute coming down from the top right down into the front stretch, and then I've got that one R1 turn in the middle of the turn in the front stretch. And like that's the problem. In the outside lane, which I will call, if you're looking at the front stretch, the outside lane, that flows pretty well through that, even with that R1 turn on the outside lane. But on the inside lane, that R1 turn really slows your inside lane down, which I will call the slow lane. And it really causes a problem with the car. So it really throws off the balance. You pretty much have to just slam on the brakes, get around that turn, and then take off again. Now, I don't mind having a technical piece in my layout. I'm not afraid of that. And we'll probably roll with this for a little bit. And so I took Dave's plan and kind of massaged it just a touch and worked it out that I have all the pieces to make this happen. And so here's the potential change to the existing layout. It takes care of the problem that I have in the upper right-hand corner of the layout with that 45 cut in the table. It gives us some room on that end of the table. And then that turn at the end of the front stretch, it really widens that turn out. And I've got an overlap issue with the S-turns going through the middle of the table, but I think I can figure that out. What are your thoughts? Would this be a good change to the layout? Do you like my original layout, and should I just learn to be a better driver? My fear is I will figure it out because I get lots of laps in, but when I have somebody come over, like my brother Dusty or John Mark, or I finally get to host a race night at some point, that people won't like my layout because that corner is really difficult. So I'm being sort of self-conscious about that. So give me your thoughts. Put a comment down below. What do you think? Should I make the changes? Should I go with Dave's changes? Should I go with the changes that I've made to Dave's, since I already have the pieces and could implement that today? Or do I just stick it out and learn to drive around an R1 turn? It's just one R1 turn, right? So give me your thoughts. Leave a comment down below. If this is the type of content that you like, hit the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and hit the bell so you get notified anytime I put new content out there. Guys, I'm really enjoying this channel. I'm enjoying the community that's growing around this channel. I'm enjoying my sponsor, Rost Coffee, where if you use the coupon code 2lines, all one word, 2 lines, you get 25% off your first purchase of coffee. It's amazing coffee. Go check them out. Rost Coffee. My buddy Trent, man, I really appreciate the sponsorship. And each week we're going to give away coffee. That's the sponsorship. So you guys are going to get the coffee. So make sure you leave in your comment that you do like coffee. Maybe with a hashtag coffee or something. I don't know. But guys, thanks for checking us out. Let me know what you think. Make the changes. Don't make the changes. I'm excited to hear your feedback. And then maybe by the end of this weekend, we'll see what happens. All right, guys, go have fun racing.